Okay, so what is up guys, this is the next video, and in this video I'm going to talk about the footprinting. So what is footprinting? In the previous video I talked about the fingerprinting, and fingerprinting is all about information gathering related to the operating systems, but this time we are going to start the footprinting, and these are things that we are going to cover up in the footprinting. Okay, so the first thing we are going to cover in the footprinting is the discovering the IP space. So it's very important to check out the IP spaces, because big companies only have the single IP. They have the ranges of IP, pool of IP they have. So yeah, it's very it's very important to find out those ranges. So here's this thing called http colon bgphg.net, through which we are going to find out the IP space. So here's yeah, here it is. I just go to the site, and yeah, here if you type anything like let's say I want to know the range for the Facebook, and hit enter. Okay, so see, it is saying that this range is for this country, is for this country. Facebook, see, Facebook Singapore, it's a range. It's for different one, and it's for different one Ireland. Okay, so for different country, different IP ranges. Okay, so most probably you will find all here. Okay, okay, the next one is called, okay, first of all we are going to cover up these things. After that we are going to cover up some basic things also. Okay, so now suppose I want to know about the information about the registered IPs and domains. So for this I can go for the whois. So even you guys can look out for this stuff also, but if you don't, then go for this one. It's called whois. Okay, and in most of the operating system we have by default whois as a utility. Like if right now I'm using the Linux, so if I type here suppose whois space facebook.com, then it shows me information like this. Okay, let me just save this thing. Slash root slash desktop with the name fp.txt. Okay, here it is. Now just open this thing. Yeah, here it is. So this is the same information. So you can get the information to the domain, like facebook.com, who's the registrar, who's the server, and who delegates the IP. See some other valuable informations. Okay, like name servers and all, and some official numbers. Okay. Okay. And the same information you can get from the same online utility also. Just click on that one, and this because either we have another one which is called ping.eu. Just enter the domain Facebook. I don't know if the and yeah, it shows the information. Okay, and this information is same as the previous one. Okay, now want informations like things like I want to check out the stuff like that the domain is hosted on a shared server or the dedicated server. So for this you have to understand the things like what's the meaning of the shared server and the dedicated server. So what happened most of the time, most of the small scale industries build their websites but host it on you can say like on a shared server, like on a single server multiple sites is hosted. So for and then sometimes if a company is big and have a big budget, then yeah, they generally prefer their personal servers. Okay, so you can say dedicated servers. So just to know about the shared server and dedicated server details, we have the utility called reverse who is okay. Okay, so for this thing I can go for the you get signal. Okay, now it's loading this okay, here it is. Here's IP domain check. Here we have to check out the stuff, like suppose if I type here, say stake a site, stake a website, say okay, it's 60 sheets.org. Let's take this one. Right now I'm still working on that site. Invalid remote unpaid. Yeah, I know. Listen. Okay, no issues. Let's go for no. Okay, let's go for the Facebook first. And see the details related to the. Now, if you think that that doesn't through this result, it's not like that Facebook is hosted on a shared server, because it's a very big company, you know, it has own servers. That's why. So the best thing, another result you can get from this thing is that if you will get to know it's a kind of shared server or dedicated server, you will get to know about the subdomains also from this thing. Okay, yeah. Suppose if I check, let's go for any Indian website. Column.in, let's say the site. Control C, check. Yeah, okay, saying that we found one hosted on the same server, Dixon.in, and there's only one here. So that means it is a dedicated server. So so how can I will get to know it's a dedicated server, because you know single server having IP this, single site is hosted. Okay, get this. So if I let's say there is a site called root.in, yeah, it means that this site is hosted on a shared server. Okay, yeah, because see there are other sites also there, like petcarediagnostics.com, vms.ac. That's right. Okay, okay, now let's move to the next thing. So the next thing is called discovery new targets. Discovering new targets. Okay, so it means, you know, discovering new targets simply means in which we are going to cover up the things like brand discoveries and all, like you know, sometimes what happens, the big companies acquire the small scale industries also. So through this I can check out that thing also, and yeah, maybe other stuffs also. Okay, for this thing we have to check I just write it brand.tld. We have to check out. So okay, here it is. Let's see what is this. So in brand discovery we are going to cover up the things like acquisitions. Acquisition simply means, you know, information related to the site, like acquisition, like, you know, as I told you, the companies acquire the small scale industries. So through this I can check out that, like who are those small scale industries acquired by the big one. So it is possible via the either via the Wikipedia or the Crunch acquisition sections. The next thing we are going to cover the link discoveries by the Burp Suite, spidering option, and Then we are going to talk about some technologies, like what kind of technologies the website is using. Either I can use the built with in that one downlink, and there's other one also, like what we call the webplizer. Okay, the webplizer. Okay, let's go on. Okay, I have to just close this thing. Okay, so for the first one, I'm going to use for the acquisitions purpose. I'm going to cover. We are going to use this one. It's a Crunchbase. Suppose if I type here, let's say Instagram. So it shows me some information like a Instagram, Menlo Park, then Instagram acquisition this company which is called 500 Startups. It's a global venture capital firm with a network of startups headquartered in Silicon Valley. Then this one which is called Trip Scout, the only travel app you use every day. It's in Chicago. Then this one is called Mishu. It's an online reseller network of housewives and SLBs who sell products in on social channel, as in Bangalore, India. And this one, Influential, is an AI influential technology and the own partner of IBM. Okay, so all these are here. Okay, so like this, you can go for the other also, like Facebook also now. Okay, so meanwhile you can check out this thing also. Okay, so in Wikipedia you already know. Okay, now the link discovery of the Burp Suite. Okay, so how to do this thing? Okay, so I think I have to use my Burp Suite for this thing. Let me check out. Open terminal. Where's that one? Yeah, take some time. Here it is. Okay. Next. And I think you already know how to configure this thing. Just go to the settings, preferences, and this you have to set up the proxy, advanced. Okay, here it started. Go to the settings. Okay, I'm sure it's okay. Then now go to the here. Now done. So what I'm going to do here is this thing. Let's say the site. Okay, now request go here, proxy. I just send this thing to the spider. Yes. Then turn off this proxy. Go to the spider and see it is spidering when it is discovering the contents. Still doing that stuff. Here it is my target. Just right click on that one, spider this again, let some things remain. Okay, and after that you can just add this thing to the scope, but right now it is already in the scope. That's why I'm going to right click on that one. Sorry, it's not. It's a left click on that one, the filter hiding. Click on that one, show only in scope items, and then click anywhere but not in this box. Okay, yeah, here it is. So this is a way of content discovery. Okay, so content linked discovery is all about this. Okay, now the third one is called the DOM link or the built with. So as I told you, the DOM link and built with and There's another one called Weblizer. They are all used for finding all kind of technologies and the stuff the application is using. So here it is. But I think this thing is clear to you. Just closing this stuff. Okay. Yes. Preferences, go settings. I'll just remove the proxy again. Okay. And here's the bit width. So for example, if I get the site here, let's check. So it is saying that they are using the Adobe Dreamweaver uses statics, Shockwave Flash embed. They are using PHPs. The engine server they are using with the version this. The encodings, document encoding, they are using this thing. HTML 4.01. Discarding style sheet, JavaScript, they are using this. Okay. So the detailed technology profile. Okay, there. So WordPress grid, Komodo SSL, they are using root authority. Host Europe, German hosting. Engine server, they are using Apache also. Application techniques, okay. So like this, you can check out this technologies and all. Okay. Okay, now let's move to the next thing, and which is called. Okay, so link discovery is the same thing, like with the Burp Suite, and to check out what kind of technology. Okay. Now the subdomain discovery. Okay, so subdomain discovery, just for expanding your target. Sometimes and it's a very good one for if you want to play the bug bounties and all. So yeah, we need a kind of scope in which target is more. Okay, because suppose if I give you a domain like xyz.com, and you are only doing some scanning or try to tap on xyz.com, so obviously it might be less chance that you can find any kind of vulnerability on that one. So that's why you have to increase your targets to just by finding out the subdomains. So for this thing, I'm gonna use a pretty one called sublister. Okay, GitHub. Download this from here. Here's the sublister. Okay. Okay, so it's a command for this thing. I'm just copying this one. Copy this thing. Now I think there it would be the sublister. Yeah. No, it's the sub finder. Here. Yeah, it is sublister. Okay. Open terminal. Let's say I want to do this thing on Yahoo. Yeah, that's good. See, it's finding. The best thing about the sublister is that it uses those search engines like Baidu, and then find out these things. Okay, so yeah, definitely it will increase your scope very much. Increase your targets. So yeah, this is all for the footprinting. Hope you guys like this video, and if you have any queries, just put your query in the comment box down below. Definitely I'll help you guys. Okay, so this is for this video. Bye bye.